Hi, we're the CineBeards.
Hi, we're the CineBeards.
My name is
We're
Jason
not shit, the
Musican.
Oscars are. Blame it on that.
Yes.
Knock, knock, the Oscars are done. That's I worked on that for 2
I like that
weeks.
jingle.
There we go.
Great gag.
Thanks. Alright, so let's talk about the Oscars.
Oscars.
Yeah.
We'll start off on how they didn't want to do those 4 things that were not important at all to cinema, and then they changed their minds.
Well, okay, honestly, if you were to think in terms of like a medium where you're pointing a camera, filming things, and then cutting that into a picture, I will concede that editing and cinematography are 2 of the least important
You
aspects of that.
don't need them to make a movie.
Yeah.
No, like you could just film the whole thing and then just show it as it is for, 30 odd hours.
Remember, the director does everything.
Yeah.
And the actors, so...
Basically don't need anyone else.
Cinematographer is just a loudmouth who's like, oh, let's wait for a ray
Let's
of
wait.
sunshine.
No. Let's wait for magic hour because you have to shoot at magic hour.
Exactly.
What a
which is
nerd. And you don't need an editor. Just look how great Venom was.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't need film editors. Do you remember Suicide Squad? You remember Oscar-winning movie Suicide
I
Squad?
do remember Oscar-winning film Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Oscar.
I mean,
Oscar darling.
that didn't have an editor. They just had a trailer house cut it for them.
Yeah.
I
well,
mean-
at least they
And
got
look,
the
it won
makeup
an
award.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the other 2 categories that they?
Short. It was best short and makeup. Hair and makeup.
Ooh, the makeup people would have been mad at that.
Yeah.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
they would have put clown faces on on the Academy, like, oh, I'm just going to do your makeup, Mr. something Steen, or something Berg. Do your makeup,
Steenberg.
and then like big red nose.
I do actually know a Steinberg.
They're the people
You
that
know a
make
prime
Cubase.
Jew.
They would have done that, and it would have been a classic gag.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, my biggest problem with the Oscars is how the voting works nowadays.
Yeah, like we were talking about.
Yeah, please explain it to
I
us,
went
Jason.
and looked into it in preparation for this thing, and
Is it as fucked as the Electoral
it
College?
changed in about 2009, I think it was, which is why it's gone from films that are out there, like winning the Oscars, to just middle of the road nonsense. And that's because of I think it's called an instant fall off method or whatever.
What?
And the way it works is everybody casts their votes for, say, the 5 or 6 movies in order that they think are the best. So they count all the number 1 votes, and now say there are only 5 that are going to be nominated. All the ones that fall outside that 5 that people have put as their number 1, those get thrown out, and they look at those people's number 2 votes. So, say for example, I put down Kubo and the 2 Strings for my number 1, and then I put... What's another movie that came out?
Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant for my number 2.
Okay, cool. I'm saving that sound bite. Yeah.
So, Kubo and the 2 Strings doesn't make it into the top 5 of those movies.
Because there's not enough votes
Yeah.
for it as a number 1.
I think if it gets less than 5% of the votes or something like that.
Yeah.
For best movie, if it's in the top 10, gets less than 5% of the votes, then that falls away, and then your second vote.
It doesn't go to number 2.
No, basically your vote gets taken back in and then recounted with your number 2 as your vote.
Okay, but
What?
yeah. They
What
do.
absolute horseshit!
Which means the one that ends up winning is very rarely anyone's number 1.
You see, this is why the method I use for determining our top 10s works.
Yeah.
Because it's a weighted scoring system.
Yeah, because the thing is, the only way you win the
Best picture?
the best picture is by getting 51% of the votes. So they keep doing that until the movie has 51% of the votes.
Is that how Crash won?
They just keep...
No, wait, Crash was
Crash
pre-
was,
No,
was pre-09.
Crash
So
Crash was the
hypothetically,
blemish
a film
before
could
that.
be like everyone's number 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
and be become Best Picture.
Well, this brings me to another big thing that's shitty about the Oscars, is because it's not really about the movies; it's about the campaigns for the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You've
mean,
got to
that's
tell
literally
it's all
the
about
only
campaigning
reason
and
Black
greasing
Panther-
palms and-
I mean, I know Black Panther was a big,
It's a big moment.
but the thing is also, like, I read an interview with the guy behind the campaign, like the push behind Black Panther before its pre-release campaign, and how it was, deliberately designed as like a cult,
Yeah.
like the whole
And
the
that's
whole
scummy.
campaign around. Yeah, I mean, like, because on the one hand it is, but on the other hand, it's like they recognized its potential for that, and then funneled millions into like pushing that image of it as the sort of super important cultural moment.
Yeah, but it's not based on any sort of cultural significance.
Yeah.
It's based
So,
on money.
like,
so
yeah, there's-
there's no soul to that.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah, bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like blood.
Yeah.
the other issue I think with the Academy Awards in general is just that there are too many films,
Yes.
and the people that are voting. I mean, I've said in the past those interviews I read with voters who say, like they just physically don't have time to watch all the movies.
No. Because some of those movies are like, 3.5 hour movies.
Yeah,
How
like
could you ever
they're
pay
just they're
attention for
normal
that?
people working like normal like jobs or in the
Or
entertainment
they're
industry,
in the movie industry, which has crazy
if
work.
you're a part of the academy, you have to be in the industry, and I think since 2 years ago or 3 years ago, you have to have worked in the past 10 years, because they're trying to diversify and not be just all old white dudes
Which
now.
is-
But that's
which
what
is
I'm
good.
saying.
They're trying
It's
to
like,
funnel
these are
in some
people
40-year-old
with, like,
white
with-
dudes.
with normal
Normal job.
lives.
Yeah.
they're
And a film
working.
industry working.
And like, how many films realistically can they be expected to watch?
Yeah.
Every
Well, it's-
single
it's-
one
it's-
that comes out.
It's not
every
even
year.
that. It's not even how many films can they be expected to watch. It's how many films can they be expected to watch, measure against criterion, and then assign a score based on a numbering system
'cause
versus
it's-
each other.
Because
Because
it's not just sitting down and watching it, it's like
it's
watching it.
it's peeling it apart layer by
Yeah,
layer,
like, I mean-
and it's although we've highlighted the fact that like no horror movies get nominated, no sci-fi movies, some of these movies are very different beasts, and
You're also like at the mercy a lot of these people of they're not like critics who have
No.
like special screenings and stuff of just other critics where people are generally being like like they could go to watch one of these films with their kids or with
And
their
have an
family,
awful
and
movie
they could
experience.
they could have a Sturkenikor opening night experience, and that just
that just kills it for them.
tarnishes your view on a film.
Well, remember, kids, we still don't have Oscars for stunts.
Yeah, that is some
What?
bullshit.
There
eh?
are
about
no Oscars for stunt work, stunt performing, and stunt coordinating.
Yeah. Zero.
Damn.
People have died.
Yeah.
People have been maimed and can never work again.
I mean,
If there was,
what's his
if
name?
there was
Harry
a year
Potter?
to have introduced
Daniel-
it,
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel
Yeah.
Radcliffe, his stuntman got paralyzed from like the neck down or something like that in the second to last Harry Potter movie.
yeah.
Sad for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
That Resident Evil lady got her
Yeah.
fucking arm chopped off.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Nothing for you. Glad she's soon though.
Good.
If there was a year to have introduced like the stunt categories, it would have been 2015 again with Mad Max Fury Road, because I mean those practical stunts were
And remember, like
incredible.
Kevin Hart's early career as like a deep, resonant voiced stuntman.
I remember.
And then his voice got injured.
You'll go like,
and-
willy willy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
sad,
he
you know?
used to sound like
Pour one
Luther
out.
Vandross.
Yeah.
Pour one out, man.
Yeah, and he used to do wrestling in like a black and pink leotard.
Yeah.
Remember, he put Shawn Michaels in that leg lock around the bar and then broke his leg.
No.
It was a character piece.
Oh, sorry, that was Bret the Hitman Hart.
Classic mistake.
Classic mistake.
Those two are like, you know,
Yeah. Dude, it's like,
Interchangeable.
One of them looks a little bit like Slash, and the other one was a professional wrestler for years.
such an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, no, but as I was saying earlier, like the Oscars, the Academy is making a concerted effort towards more diversity and less old.
Which
Yeah.
is good.
Because
For
you got to have
progress.
worked in the last 10 years. I mean, they've got quotas that they need filled, certain number of people of color, certain number of women, they need
Different perspectives. Shock
exactly
horror.
What they want different perspectives.
This is the future that liberals want.
It is the future that liberals want.
I gotta say, like, obviously, judging from what you guys said, I'll be super happy if Black Klansman wins. But I'll also be, even though it isn't justified, it's again a Del Toro thing. Like, if Black Panther wins, like because like just for Kevin Feige.
No,
Dude, for Ryan Coogler.
For Ryan Coogler and for Kevin Feige.
We're busy talking about diversity. No, but jokes aside, like, I'd be super happy if Black Panther won, not because I think it's Best Picture. I don't even think it's.
It's not even best superhero movie.
But it is, like,
it's an
just that
important
acknowledgement, like opening the floodgates that like more popular alternate or like not alternate, like the alternate compared to what usually wins. Like, stuff can get acknowledged. So I mean, the MCU definitely deserves something of
please,
Academy recognition
hell.
at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Get them made the most money ever for anything award.
yeah. Tell me, Jason.
What if we pull up the list of Best Picture winners?
Well, let's actually go through the list and see who we feel would be more.
Yeah, but just take it from
valuable.
09.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
God of
God
War.
of War.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so from 09. In 09, it was Slumdog Millionaire.
Not Danny Boyle's strongest work, but
I love that the biggest, like, that movie was so fucking depressing and tragic, and then like on the poster, like one of the reviews is like, you'll come dancing out of the cinema.
Ah,
and
yes, I love that time with the poverty and the horror.
People falling into fucking septic pits.
Yeah.
Children falling into septic pits. I'm dancing out of it.
Dancing.
Oh, one person won a bunch of money and everyone else is still living in dire poverty.
And have probably dead.
Yay!
communism?
I want to see if we can see who it beat out.
Yes, we can.
Winners and
We just need a second
the
vote.
Wikipedia's
Okay,
got a really nice block,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Because that's what I checked up on.
I just opened
because
up the White Medaya now.
I also looked up something in preparation for this. Do you know how many sci-fi films have won Best Picture?
2.
Zero.
Zero.
I looked it up
4.
as well.
Nothing.
No.
No, you already guessed that.
Okay.
No science
not even, like,
fiction film has
2001 or
ever...
something?
2001 didn't win. Do you know how many horror movies have won Best Picture?
2.
1.
What was that?
And it's not even technically a horror movie, it's a thriller with horror elements, and that's Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Huh?
Remember,
Swear to God.
here's the
I
thing.
swear to God.
Like, you know the Mandela effect where people believe something
yeah.
yeah? People have that with E.T. They're convinced Spielberg
No.
won Best Picture with
Absolutely
E.T.
did not. Absolutely did not.
He won his first Best Picture Oscar with Schindler's List in '93.
Oh, wow.
E.T. didn't win. E.T. was beaten out by
Something else.
Jason. You've got
By
the list
Jason? Do it.
Yeah. I fucking killed it.
Well, would
Sorry,
it have been
what-
like
what-
Jurassic
what-
Park or something if it was Oh, sorry, Schindler's List was 93.
Yeah.
there. No, what did
What year was E.T.?
Is 90...
82.
Yeah, sorry.
82.
Yeah, I got no, I
E.T.
super
was
crossed there.
beaten by Brownface, aka Gandhi.
Yes,
Yes.
Gandhi.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, come on. That was...
We love you, Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
But yes, let's go to since 2009.
Okay, so since 2009, your winner in 2009 was The Hurt Locker, according to Wikipedia,
Which I enjoyed.
which beat out Avatar, The Blind Side, District 9, An Education, Inglourious Bastards, Up, A Serious Man, Up
It
in the
beat
Air,
Up.
and Precious.
It beat up.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked Hurt Locker.
I was
more
not a
than
fan
Up.
of Hurt
Not
Locker.
more than Up. No.
Up
Of
was a
course not more
fucking
than Up. Are you
masterpiece.
fucking insane?
I know
But I like
Giacchino
Hurt
won.
Locker.
I think he won for his score. Which is...
Probably.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Okay, in 2010, it was arguably
Oh, but
the most
animated
Oscar
films
baitiest.
aren't real
Oh yeah, they're not
movies.
real. They're for children.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Oscar baitiest movie of all time, The King's Speech.
Not as Oscar Beatty
Oh, you mean the
as
King's-
Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fine,
AIDS.
the Oscar baitiest at
Okay.
the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
of
So
release.
let's go.
Yeah?
The King's Speech.
Did that win?
Yes.
That one beat
2010.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, beat out 127 Hours, Black Swan, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids All Right, The Social Network, Toy Story 3,
Jeez.
The remake of True Grit and Winter's Bone.
Wow.
That True Grit remake.
What are those? Sorry, there was one before Toy Story 3 as well. Inception.
Inception as well.
yeah.
That True Grit remake is maybe one of the best westerns of all time.
Yeah, so you got
It's
that,
pretty
you
great.
got Inception, you
Oh,
got
it's a
Toy
Coen
Story
Brothers
3,
West,
and you give it to the King's Speech.
And you've also got an Aronofsky in there.
Yeah,
Which one?
Black Swan.
Black Swan.
Oh, of course.
It
yeah.
was also really good.
That was
I saw
really
it at
good.
the time. I don't remember much except.
It's
being
pretty good.
Yeah.
You remember one specific scene, don't you? With Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis.
No, not particularly. I remember someone writing on a mirror.
Yeah,
In the
something nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a nasty film.
Rude. So rude.
Rude.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, like, Toy Story 3 is in one of my all-time top movies ever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. No, that's for children though. Sorry.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no
it's
Oscars.
animated.
Children. It gets the best animated and nothing else. Next year.
Wow, it really just
Gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
It just
It becomes
the
the meme.
Academy, like literally the Academy, all those old white dudes. It becomes them just masturbating at how cool they are for being in the
Right.
Look how progressive we are. Look, we care.
'Cause
Look, we promise.
Yeah, because like you've got King's Speech, The Artist, and Argo winning straight after each other.
Whoa. I mean, the artist was very cool, but
but
Best
best,
picture?
okay, but
It
who does it
wasn't
lose
Best
to?
Picture.
it was the La La Land of its year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it beat out The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Close, To Help Hugo, Midnight in Paris, which is pretty cool. Moneyball, The Tree of Life, and War Horse.
Well, I'm glad the Tree of Life didn't win because that movie fucking sucks.
That was
War
the
Horse
Terrence Malick one,
produced
right?
by
Yeah.
Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg and some unknown lady by the name of Kathleen Kennedy.
Never heard of her. Hope she never does anything or
Yeah.
spreads any agendas. War Horse was great.
War Horse was pretty
I
good.
really
I saw
liked War Horse. It was.
I saw the
but I
production
remember-
in the artscape. I haven't watched the film.
How was that?
That's good.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
it was-
remember now, 2011 was the year where I didn't actually see many of the nominations of the nominated films.
I really liked War Horse. I think everybody in it did really well, and it had standout performances from Tom Hiddleston.
Horses.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston and that cat from Rock and Roller. What's his name?
Clive Owen.
No, what? No.
Owen Wilson.
Ewan McGregor.
This Kathleen
What
Kennedy
rock and
lady
roller
seems
did
to
you
work
watch?
with Steven Spielberg quite a bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Next year.
Yeah, let's go to 2012.
2012.
Yeah, where, Avengers didn't win Best Picture, we know that.
Okay, well, obviously that went to Argo because it was about people making movies, and the Academy was like, yes!
You give it to me.
Oh, we're so fucking cool.
Oh, right, that's where we finally got Academy Award winner Ben Affleck.
That's correct.
Bad flick. And that beat out Amour, Beasts of the Southern Wild, Django Unchained, Les Mis, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Silver Linings Playbook, and Zero Dark Thirty.
Sure.
That Lincoln was a good.
Lincoln was a good biopic, but Django Unchained was pretty damn good. I don't know if it would have been Best Picture good,
Best Picture,
but I enjoyed it more than Argo.
yeah.
But then again,
it's hard not to enjoy something more than Argo.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2014 was Birdman.
No,
So,
we have
so,
to...
no, we gotta do
2013 first.
2013 first.
Yeah.
But the run of, oh yeah, we're actors and we're awesome and we're the best people was only broken up by 12 Years a Slave. Like, that's the only thing that managed to stop their run of, like, we're so cool.
Look how good we are.
Wow.
But we care about minorities.
But we care about-
yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay,
What one in the following year?
2013 was 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
And that beat out American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Wolf of Wall Street, and Philomena.
Wolf of Wall Street should have won.
I think that one was alright. From the
I
ones
think
I've seen.
12 Years a
Yeah.
Slave was rock solid. Like Fassbender's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Really good performance from
I'm
him.
actually kind of alright with Birdman. Winning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Birdman,
I'm
I'm
surprised.
super
I actually
fine
forgot
with.
that it won.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, that tragic video clip of him with his speech prepared and being so convinced that he was going to win Best Actor, and he's already taking his speech out, and then like he has to put it back.
Yeah.
It's really hard to watch.
but not hard enough that we won't watch it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what it was until I'd seen it, and then I couldn't unsee it. It was very sad.
Poor Keaton.
Yeah, so Birdman beat out.
Birdman beat out. I'll just give up the notable. Okay, they were actually pretty notable. American Sniper, because of course that was nominated.
Sniper!
Fucking saluting into the night, killing babies.
Oh, thank Christ.
You mean holding dolls?
Same thing. Didn't he kill a kid in the beginning of the movie?
What is that one thing I saw around the time? I can't remember the exact quote.
That's
but
like
it's
my uncle's favorite movie,
One of
by
the
the
biggest
way.
insults about
Of
being
course it
like
is.
a war zone, where like America comes in and asserts himself, is that they'll come in and and assert themselves and kill your civilians and do all these things, and then a couple of years later they'll make a movie about how sad it made their soldiers.
That is horrifying, but very true.
Yeah.
To be fair, it did make their soldiers pretty sad.
Like, did you see? They were so sad. Some of them even had post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yep.
That
I
the
thought that
army
was a
didn't
myth.
care about. Yeah, it's like Gulf War syndrome.
Okay.
no, it's like shell-shocked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not
no.
a thing.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing.
It's definitely not been a thing for years. It's a recent thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
Definitely.
I mean, shell-shocked is definitely a little bit more catchy than post-traumatic stress disorder.
It depends on how you say it. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
We'll workshop it.
We'll work on
That sounds like a Spinal Tap song.
It does, doesn't it?
So that year was American Sniper, Boyhood, Grand Budapest Hotel, which at the time was the most Wes Anderson movie.
Yes.
Such a good
Imitation
movie.
Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash.
Man.
I
Grand.
really enjoyed Whiplash, but that's more because I don't really like Miles Teller, and just having J.K. Simmons yell at Miles Teller was
Man.
amazing.
Grand Budapest is such a fucking treat.
Yeah, no, Grand Budapest is a treat.
Love that movie.
Love that. I really enjoyed Whiplash because J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, he's great, but I didn't
He
enjoy
won
the
Best
film.
Supporting for that, if I
Yes, he
recall.
did, I think.
And deservedly so. I mean, he nearly killed Miles Teller.
That would have been.
I think the best thing that came out of that movie was like the recut scene where like Weird Al inserted himself.
Yeah,
And he's playing the accordion.
not my tempo.
I'm like,
So good.
So where are we now? 2016?
We are now 2015.
Okay,
The
2015.
88th Academy Awards.
Oh.
Yes.
Spotlight won that year.
What?
It
what the hell is
What's
Spotlight?
Spotlight?
Oh, I
it was a
remember
very
what Spotlight
Midland
was.
movie.
Never even-
I've
About-
never
About
heard of it.
the
It's a newspaper movie about how the Catholic Church was hiding the
Oh,
pedophiles.
that's
Yeah.
the Tom Hanks and what's her name movie?
No.
no, that's the Post.
That's the Post.
Spotlight was Steve Carell.
Yes.
With Hulk.
I
Yeah.
straight
Yes.
up do not remember that.
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh wow! It's got the dude from 30 Rock who plays like I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Goo goo gaga. Oh wow! That actually looks great.
I've never.
It was-
I
it was-
barely remember that.
It was alright.
Yeah.
It was good.
Until you told me now, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it was the Oscar baitiest that year.
Well, no, because that year also saw the release of The Big Short.
But yeah, this actually looks
Okay,
really
true,
cool.
but you can't give Best Picture to a film that's directed by a director who usually does comedy, and they did something that wasn't really that funny.
Fair enough.
You can't do that ever.
What were the rest for that? Yeah.
Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and the one that should have won it, Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max
Yeah.
Fury Road, Best Picture.
Right.
There you
It's
go.
a good year of movies though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good year of
But
movies.
Mad Max, it's far and away.
Yeah,
Shows
just an impeccable example of filmmaking at every level being near perfect.
Yeah, well, that's what Best Picture should be, but it's
Yeah.
clearly not.
Clearly not.
And then...
And I mean, he's one of them. Like George
Miller.
R.R.
Miller
Martin.
is basically the oldest,
R.R. Miller.
whitest person in the universe.
Maybe.
I mean, he is a doctor. He's a Dr. White guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he made Happy Feet.
Yeah.
that's
there we go.
weird.
And Babe, Pig in the City.
Yeah.
No,
Babe 2, Pig
He
in the
didn't
City.
do Babe the first Baby.
Well,
Only
he
Babe
did.
the
Pig in the
sequel.
City is Babe too.
No, he did do both Babes.
No, did he do Babe? What?
Did he not do
just
both
did the
Babes?
sequel.
Just
He
did the
did
sequel.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did both. I don't know.
The storied history of Babe.
Anyway,
2016, the 89th was that whole thing where La La Land won, but then didn't.
technically Moonlight won.
No,
Moonlight won.
Moonlight won,
Yes.
but everybody assumed La La Land was going to win, so they just kind of
Had a goof.
had them go up
They
there
Steve
anyway.
Harvey'd it. That's what they
Chris
did.
Noonan did
Okay.
the first babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Moonlight
Moonlight won that year, obviously beating out La
George
La Land.
Miller contributed to the screenplay though, so you weren't far off.
I knew he was involved somehow.
Sure you did.
It beat out La La Land, obviously. Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge,
Arrival.
Hidden Figures, Lion, and
Oh,
Manchester by the
yes.
Sea.
Oh,
Little Affleck.
The
Little
little
Affleck.
Affleck. He's accused of sexual harassment.
Sexual assault
Arrival
on-
though was
Yeah,
Arrival.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I
Arrival.
find one of the first full movie I watched on my fancy ass projector was Arrival.
Nice.
Finally
You,
watched.
sir?
good, right?
Good.
How great is that?
So amazing.
How-
And it makes
Such perfect sense.
the whole thing just
It all just
and it
fits
makes
together.
linguistics so fucking cool.
Right?
Yeah.
How cool is linguistics?
Like,
Fucking rock stars. Yeah.
Rockstar
That's probably why I
scientists.
didn't win. Linguists aren't actors.
No, that movie's spectacular, and it's just another fucking stellar example of Denis Villeneuve and
Yeah.
why he's my favorite director currently.
Yeah.
same. Like he is the one. He is the chosen one of
You
this
know what?
generation.
You know what I would actually really love to see
What's that?
would be him making Dune and having that dude that played Drax in it. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
I don't know. They only worked together once and it went really well.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll go.
I mean, imagine
Oh, wait,
what-
it's set for
what-
November 2020! But Zendaya's in it.
What are you doing, Dylan? Are you trying to find this?
I was, and then I was too slow.
Did you have it on your phone now?
I think I've got one too. Just
But I don't have an air horn on this one.
no.
But I'm going at it superstar sound. Yeah.
That's the guy's fucking catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But wow.
And then obviously at last year's Academy Awards, which was technically the 2017 awards, even though it was the beginning of 2018.
Yes.
It was Shape of Water that won.
Which I.
No. Del Toro.
I know.
I do hate the thing.
I hate that
where
it
they
won.
where they don't give directors or actors Academy Awards for their best work, but it's like it's kind of overdue
Yeah.
for him to get one.
I know, but I feel
Yeah,
there were
but I
better
feel like-
movies that should have won.
Yeah.
Who? What?
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk.
Oh yeah. Oh well,
Get
Christopher
Out.
Nolan is overdue for his.
Dunkirk and Get Out with that year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like-
But
for me,
remember.
and Blade Runner wasn't even fucking nominated.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
That's some
I
bullshit
remember.
shit.
I remember. Yeah, we went
I
over
got
this. How
angry about
disgusted
this.
we were at how few nominations. It
Blade
didn't
Runner
even
got.
get best score nomination.
Nope.
Poop. Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like for me, it's just like
No, I'm
I'm super happy Del Toro won.
Absolutely.
But
I'll
Dunkirk
never
should
take-
Absolutely
Yes.
have taken it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
for
like-
on best picture.
Like Christopher Nolan is just arguably one of the 3 or 4 best filmmakers in the world. Like one of the most like people pushing the medium
Yes,
forward
absolutely.
aggressively.
Every
Even when he
movie-
gets a little up his own arse like he did
yeah,
with Interstellar.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like,
But even
yeah,
that-
the right that in apparently it was his brother that wrote the ending.
Well, that was
Jonathan Nolan
that
wrote,
was
like, wrote
crap.
the ending. Yeah.
But you know, it's exactly that. Like even when he's up his own arse, every movie is pushing a boundary.
Yeah.
Every movie is making the medium better. which is
Every movie has Hans Zimmer doing the soundtrack.
and that should be
and
a
score.
and that should be a prerequisite for best picture nomination.
Check all the
Have to be pushing the medium. Have to have Hans Zimmer in some capacity. Even if he's just doing the catering.
Jason, just refresh my memory. Is Coogler actually nominated for best director this year?
I am not entirely sure of that,
I
but I
could-
do, I do not
probably-
think so. I think it's just best
Yeah, I
picture.
don't think so either, but I just want to be sure. He is not. Yeah. The thing is, I know exactly why he's not nominated for Best Director.
Because the big push was for Black Panther.
He's too young. He's too young to win Best Director.
But Jordan Peele was nominated.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele's young as hell. Oh, isn't that depressing? Jordan Peele's like 10 years older than us.
I just fucking hate that A Star Is Born is in every single
it's in every category. It's
Look
in
at that movie.
every
Dude,
category.
If that movie wins Best Picture, I will shit repeatedly.
over a series of days.
Yeah,
In a regular fashion.
and months and years,
You
You
will
will
shit
defecate.
repeatedly.
and I will be like, "It's for you, Star Is Born."
And just,
Yeah, lay one out there.
it's not very good.
I'll go into other people's homes and I'll shit right in the fucking toilet.
Oh, that is
Fucking
brutal.
maverick.
Yeah,
That's
it's like,
brutal.
You're out of
person and
control.
throne, it's
You're
mine
out of
now.
control, yo.
Look, the only like
Defiled.
the only one out of all the nominations in here that I have any kind of like horse in the race of is Best Score.
Yes.
And Goranson better fucking win for Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because it's the only one in there that's not just run-of-the-mill, regular
What
old...
are
the score for Black Panther
The
is
nominees
one of the
are,
most interesting
Terrence
things
Blanchard
about
for
it.
Black Klansman,
Okay.
Nicholas Britell for If Beale Street Could Talk, Alexandra Desplat again for Isle of Dogs,
Nice.
Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman for Mary Poppins Returns,
That's a good
No.
contender.
No.
and Ludwig Göransson for Black Panther.
Mary Poppins is gonna win. Oh, Desplat, because Desplat is another one of those.
the
that's
guy-
like-
Didn't he win last year?
did he?
Yeah, he beat
Oh.
out. I'm pretty sure he beat out Hans Zimmer last year.
Yeah. The what's his name super doesn't deserve it for Black Klansman score because the Black Klansman score was just the fucking Inside Man score.
Yeah, it
Just
was
slightly different.
Yeah, it was like barely. It was like
It was-
almost non. It
It
was.
was a minor variation on the
yeah.
main theme
It
from
was.
Inside
It was.
Man.
It was aggressively boring.
That song from Spider-Man isn't on the best original song.
Which one?
Nice.
The
What's
Post
up? What's
Malone
up,
one.
Danger or Sunflower?
Neither of them.
Fuck off!
Neither of them. All the Stars from Black Panther by Kendrick Lamar is there. I'll Fight from RBG. The Place
What's
Where
RBG?
Lost Things Go
What?
from Mary Poppins Returns. Shallow from A Star Is Born, which will probably
Which
fucking
will
win. And Joe and Chris are gonna hate this. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
From the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah.
What a great song! It won't win, but man, I love that song.
It's a good old-fashioned country song.
Visual effects. That's one where
Well, we've got some horses.
yeah.
Well, who's nominated?
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War, but also First Man.
Did Infinity War have special effects?
I thought they just got a big
Wait.
purple guy.
Do we have to? Is this for best visual effects?
Best visual
Visual
effect.
effects.
You see, I'm gonna have to go.
First Man because of how
No.
they did it.
I'm gonna have to go. I want to go Infinity War.
They're both-
Oscar.
Did they reuse like Kubrick's methods?
Yes.
For
Yes.
the moonwalk?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is nice, you know,
But
relying on the
Kubrick's
previous.
a purist, so he went up there anyway.
Yeah. And like and obviously the Michael Jackson, yeah,
that Michael Jackson game.
choreography, like.
Yeah, they got them as a choreographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones produced.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, good.
Oh, wait, there's another one that I care about that I will either have been happy about yesterday or upset about, and that's animated feature.
Yes, indeed.
Oh well,
yes,
Into
indeed.
the Spider-Verse has to win that.
But Isle of Dogs is also on there.
Is it better than Spider-Verse?
And not in my opinion.
Not in my opinion, but
But
it's
it is
Wes
Wes
Anderson,
Anderson, and the Academy is mostly white.
Wes Anderson. But if Spider-Verse doesn't fucking win, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, Spider-Verse is just the first animated thing I've seen in
I can't
years.
believe
It's made me
Spider-Verse
go
isn't
like,
nominated for
"What?"
Best Picture.
I can believe it. I just wish it wasn't. So.
Yeah.
Just chuck out Stars Born,
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
There we go.
It's got better musical numbers too.
Fix them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, and like I'm totally playing devil's advocate for the Academy
Alright,
here.
Mark.
We're
Marcus
still gonna like.
I'm still gonna hit you with the
Yeah,
sword.
we're
No, you're still gonna hit me with the sword. I'm still gonna deserve it. Like I'm not even arguing about
Alright,
that.
and
I'm just gonna poke your belly when you say this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get my sword ready.
Okay.
Because if you mention Ralph Breaks the Internet,
Is that even nominated?
Yeah.
How is that nominated? That's
Okay,
not what
anyway,
I'm clearly only talking about Isle of Dogs versus Spider-Verse.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, it's really terrifying to stare down 3 swords aimed at my body.
Go on.
The Academy would prefer Isle of Dogs because it's not as revolutionary as Spider-Verse. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's actually fair. I'll put my sword down.
You guys know what I mean.
I do.
Right? Like, the Academy... The Academy doesn't understand what they did with Spider-Verse.
It's too soon for Spider-Verse's
It's too
glory.
soon for Spider-Verse.
Well, look, like, how did they release it with that shoddy animation?
Yeah. It's unfinished. You could see, I've forgotten more things about animation than you've ever learned.
Oh, it's a
You
real person.
see?
Why?
See, whereas Isle of Dogs is straightforward stop motion, and it is exceptional
And
stop
it's
motion.
great
And it
Wes.
is exceptional Wes Anderson.
Exceptional.
But still.
But there was the, is it racist or isn't it controversy, so...
And sexist as well.
and sexist.
It was racist and sexist because it featured Japan,
It featured Japan and a girl.
Oh,
and the
geez.
girl liked the boy.
Oh, wow. That's
And the Japanese people spoke
very heteronormative.
Japanese.
What? That's
Yeah, they
which
weren't
is really
subtitles.
racist.
Yeah, and all the dogs were like speaking English as
Yeah,
if
because they didn't give the Japanese people subtitles. It aggressively othered them.
Yes,
Yes.
that was the campaign. No, seriously.
No,
Yeah,
like,
Jason's not
legit.
fucking around. That was the
that happened.
that was
a
the
thing.
Twitter sentiment.
okay. But, I'm still... It's terrible because, like, we know objectively the Academy Awards are BS,
Yes.
and we know how flawed the voting process. But you
Yes.
still kind of want your favorite.
You still want your favorite to win
Like,
because
I would
then you're
still-
vindicated.
I would
Then you're
still
vindicated.
like either of the movies with the word black in the title to win Best Picture.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, I hope my favorite movie is the second or third favorite movie of everybody on the ballot.
But
Well,
I
now
wanna-
that you've explained it, maybe
I really want to watch The Favorite now.
I
Like,
want to watch it because it's got Rachel Weisz, and I like Rachel Weisz.
I'm bad with names.
Mummy. She's Evelyn from The Mummy.
The good mummy, the Brendan
yeah,
Fraser.
yeah,
Brendan
yeah,
Fraser
yeah,
mum.
yeah, yeah.
She's
Well,
Evelyn.
she's also got that actress that was in.
And
Victim
she's
Red Hood,
in Enemy at the Gates. You see her bum.
so. Gross. Is she pooping? No. That's good.
No, it's actually one of the weirdest sex scenes ever. It's like they're in a bunker. You know Enemy at the Gates, what the story is. So they're in like a bunker with a whole bunch of other conscripts, and her and the hero, I think it's Jude Law, they're having sex, but like next to all of these other conscripts that are sleeping in this trench, and they're just like clawing at each other. It's really fucking weird.
So they're just like,
And so
I mean, that's really fucking inconsiderate, to be honest.
yeah, like
Look at
I'm
those
about
poor
to
dudes.
die in a war, and they're
and
fucking.
that dude's getting tailed.
It's not even that. It's like, I want to fucking sleep. This might be the last sleep I get.
I wanna
And then
sleep.
you all making squelching noises.
I haven't slept in 13 days because of the war. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a super weird scene, but a great movie. Ron Perlman's in it, and he's got lead teeth.
Nice.
Nice.
Seriously,
he
he's
does.
got a whole set of
He's
lead
always
teeth.
got a weird thing going on. Ron Perlman.
And Ed Harris is the German like officer sniper bad dude. It's a
Because, I mean, he's got lead teeth in that. He's got the weird teeth and the gold shoes in
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. And then in real life, he's got that chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always got something.
He's always
Hellboy's got
something.
that hand.
In Sons of Anarchy, he's got that thing where he's got the thing with the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, phew, that's the weirdest one.
Whoa!
I'm bad
Oh
at
right,
translated.
sorry, I just forgot how to say Parkinson's.
This has been a CineBeards tangent.
That's been another CineBeards mess, really.
Yeah.
But it's a nice mess, and it's
It
our
was a
mess.
fun. It's our mess.
It's
our
not a
mess.
crack house. It's a crack
And
home.
still, I think
You know what we should do? We should get one of those signs commissioned that says "Bless this mess," because that's
I'll
so
poke you with the sword
us.
again.
that's almost as bad as Live, Laugh, Love.
Ooh, not by much though.
I don't even know what I was going to say before that. Oh, I was going to say, even though this thing has been a mess, we still probably could have fit 24 different nominations in here without having to have them in commercial breaks.
Hey-o!
Hey!
Hashtag commentary.
Get it down. Get it. Get it. Oh no.